c'est Eminem qui l'avait grandement aidé en utilisant une partie de sa pièce Thank You pour sa pièce Stan. Et depuis Dido, le succès n'arrête plus. Alors, elle nous parle de son album Life for Rent, mais aussi de sa douloureuse séparation et de son dernier séjour au Québec, au cours duquel elle a découvert les joies de la motoneige. Bon spectacle.
Dido Armstrong vient au monde à Londres le 25 décembre 1971. Fille d'une poète et d'un agent littéraire, Dido grandit sans ce luxe qu'est la télévision. Pour se distraire, Dido se tourne vers la musique. Son talent inné lui vaut d'être acceptée à la très prestigieuse Guildhall School of Music de Londres, où elle apprend le piano et le violon. Fortement influencée par les goûts musicaux éclectiques de son frère, Dido se met à chanter au sein de plusieurs groupes. Le jour, elle travaille dans le monde de l'édition et étudie en droit, et le soir, elle chante dans diverses boîtes londoniennes. En 1996, Dido chante pour le groupe trip-hop Faithless, dont son frère Rollo fait partie. Leur premier album se vend à 5 millions d'exemplaires et Dido semble vouée à une carrière prometteuse. La maison de disques Artista la remarque et lui offre un contrat de disque. Dido lance son premier album, No Angel, en 1999, un succès immédiat auprès de ses nombreux fans en Angleterre. C'est toutefois grâce à Eminem que Dido parviendra à percer le marché américain. Le rappeur très controversé se sert de la chanson Thank You comme point de départ pour raconter l'histoire d'un fan obsédé dans son succès Stan. En 2001, Dido participe à la tournée Lilith Fair et prend la route avec Sting. L'album No Angel se maintient plus de 60 semaines au palmarès Billboard et est certifié 4 fois platine. Pour son nouvel album, intitulé Life for Rent, Dido partage avec nous les moments difficiles qui ont suivi sa séparation d'avec son fiancé de longue date. Life for Rent est devenu l'album britannique le plus en demande des 6 dernières années, avec 255 000 exemplaires vendus dès sa première semaine. L'album s'est depuis écoulé à plus d'1 demi-million d'exemplaires et les ventes ne cessent d'augmenter.
So first of all, how does it feel to be the #1 female singer in England?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's nice to do well at home, that's for sure. It's been incredible what's happened this week. It's been amazing.
It is amazing to know that close to 400,000 people went to a record store to buy your album.
I know, it's crazy.
Almost half a million.
I know, in 1 week, I couldn't believe. I still haven't really believed it. First I thought it must be my mum. But even she can't buy that many copies.
Yeah, for sure. Is it close to your expectation?
Oh, it's more.
It's
yeah,
more?
What's happened in the last week's been insane. You know, I was hoping people, you know, my expectation was that I was really proud of the record and I really wanted people to enjoy it. But for it to already be, you know, so crazy just in the first week, you know, like all over the world, it's been amazing.
Yeah. To sell more albums than the Beatles in the first week, it's probably something
crazy.
special for you.
Yeah.
Do you take a look at these charts or not at all, or it's more of your entourage who are more
I
interested
certainly
in that?
looked. I looked today, you know, because it was
today.
exciting, and because No Angel made its way into the top 20 as well. So it was quite a cool moment to have both albums in the top 20 at home. You know, that was great. And so little things like that are great. But I think what I really take notice of is, you know, what people's reactions to the songs, or, you know, that sort of thing is what makes me, that's more interesting to me, you know.
Yeah. It's a very personal album, but now so many people know about your life.
Oh, they think they do, but they don't know anything.
You think that we don't know it? Because as we take a look at some lyrics, we can tell that you went through a tough time when you separated from Bob. So especially with a song like Who Makes You Feel, which is really a song that reflects anybody who went through the end of a relationship.
You know, my brother wrote the lyrics to that song.
Yeah? Oh my
see,
God.
That just goes to show.
Ah.
You don't know anything.
Your brother wrote
Yeah,
this song.
every single word to that song.
My God, I would have thought that it was something that you went through.
No, that was my brother's lyrics. See, that's what I mean. What I love about it is no one really knows what I'm writing about when I'm writing. They think they do, and but the only person that knows is me.
So I've been caught.
You've been caught. As far as the whole fame thing, I'm in a constant state of confusion about it because I really don't want to get any more fame. I think it's got a nice balance for me at the moment. You know, I'm in this constant conflict because I want people to hear my music, but I don't really want them to know any more about my life than they already do. And if someone's bored enough to spend their time following me around the supermarket or to a football match or to the pub, then, you know, whatever. So far there haven't been sort of any casualties. I think the only thing I don't do anymore is go to the paper shop in the morning in my pyjamas, you know, for obvious reasons.
As the sun rises on Mary, it sets on him. And just dance, and just drink, and just see the things I'll probably never get a chance to see.
What about Mary's in India?
That I wrote with my brother, and that's my best friend is called Mary. She did go to India, but the rest is not true. It's just a story.
Just an inspiration for the...
Yeah, I just was writing a silly story and somehow it found its way onto the record.
And there's a very happy song in this. It's said in my shows. It might be happy when you come home from vacation, but it's tough to go back in real life.
Yeah,
Is it something that you went through?
Every time I go on holiday, I always come back and I think, you know what, maybe I could work in a bar in Greece and, you know, just watch the sunset every night and hang out on the beach. And I always feel like that whenever I come back from holiday. And you're trying to bring something back from your holiday to your life at home. You always have this real feeling of maybe I could like spend a bit of time doing this now and back. I mean, you never do.
Yeah, and the last time you got vacation, you really deserved it.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember my last vacation. I'm looking forward to my next one.
Yeah. You didn't have a time between the two albums?
Yeah, I did actually. While I was making the record, I went away a lot, actually. Came to Canada a lot. Had a lot of holidays in Canada last year.
Really?
Yeah. And absolutely loved it. Completely fell in love with Canada.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Montreal on your own?
Yeah, no, all around Quebec, everywhere, all around. I spent a lot of time there last year. Wrote quite a lot of the record here
If we had known.
Exactly. Luckily, you didn't know.
Yeah, we would have tried to talk to you there.
Après la pause, Dido nous révèle que sa célébrité est arrivée à point.
If this had happened to me when I was 17 or 18, I'd be a disaster.
If you were a king up there on your throne.
Dido n'a rien à envier aux jeunes vedettes pop de l'heure, qu'elle dépasse en popularité et même en charisme. Elle possède le charme de la simplicité et son style épuré nous repose de ces chanteuses au nombril aguicheur qui dominent les palmarès. Décrite parfois comme une Sarah McLachlan plus urbaine, Dido est la preuve vivante qu'il existe un vaste public pour la délicatesse vocale et les paroles intelligentes.
Yeah, I'm single and I'm a single pop star and 20, yeah. Do I worry about it? Not really. I mean, I think you sort of go through this phase where you think, well, do people like you because of who you are? And then you think, well, I am who I am, so there's no getting away from that, do you know what I mean? And maybe it's worry. I haven't developed full-on single pop star paranoia yet. I'm still having fun. At the moment, I feel quite philosophical about it because I just think, you know, at the end of the day, I get up, I get to write songs. I'm having the time of my life.
It seems that also you enjoy life because in the jacket, on all the photographs, you smile.
Yeah.
Maybe the most serious one is the one in the back. But
Yeah,
the rest
I'm always smiling.
Yeah. Why, life has
I
been
love
treating
life.
you well?
Yeah, I have the most amazing life. I mean, I'm just having a fantastic time.
Yeah. Really well-gifted musician, above all.
I mean, I get to make music, which is exactly what I want to do. It's what I've always wanted to do. And I've got great friends, I've got a great family, and I get to travel the world, I get to see everything, I get to write about it, and people listen to it. Great.
Well, it's great.
Yeah.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. The morning rain clouds up my window, and I can't see it all.
For me, pressure was on the first album, having no studio time, no money to pay my rent, not knowing whether the songs I was writing would ever be heard by anyone, not having a record deal, blah, blah, blah. That felt more pressurised than unlimited studio time, any musician I wanted and anything I wanted, you know, to help me write my songs.
And I feel love, baby, join the road. And the world.
When you were working on this album, at one point, did you ever think of this sophomore jinx?
No. There were lots of other people who were happy to talk about that and think about that for me. And no, it was funny, before I was making this record, everyone's like, oh, you know, second album syndrome, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just so happy to be back in the studio making music, you know. And I had so much fun making this record that it would just felt like, you know, great. It's just more music. It didn't feel particularly like my second album was going to be a problem or anything.
Okay, but were you ready to face that much success from the first one and also the second one?
Certainly every bit of success has surprised me, you know.
Okay.
I think especially on the first one it was just a real shock, you know, and this one's I mean, even the last week has truly surprised me, you know. I thought that, you know, I love the music and I was thinking it would sort of, you know, come up slowly again like the last one, but, you know, I'm like, okay.
It is exploding on the charts.
It's great. When you're meeting strangers and they're like, oh, you know, what do you do? And sometimes I have to say I do lie about it, do you know what I mean? And or just skirt around it or tell them my old job. I mean, I do the same thing when I get in cabs, you know, and the cab driver's like, what are you doing then? What do you do for a living? I'm like, just make something new up. But anything like accountant's quite good because it just kills the conversation like dead. They don't ask any more questions.
I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder. I'll return to where we were.
Was it a good thing in a way that you got success in your late 20s? Because it's probably easier to deal with if we compare with all these young female singers or all these young artists?
Yeah, I mean, if this had happened to me when I was 17 or 18, I'd be a disaster, you know.
A disaster?
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I was so troubled when I was a kid, you know what I mean? I was just a mess, you know, I'd just be awful. And, but because it's happening now, I sort of know it's great and I know not to take it for granted. And, you know, I've done other jobs. I know that, you know, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And don't mess it up.
So you really appreciate what is happening to you instead of thinking that someone owes you something.
It's not even that. I think if this had been the only thing I'd ever done, you might just have a really warped concept of life, of real life. And for me, that would be really bad because I wouldn't have anything to write about, you know, because my emotional response to things hasn't changed from when I was, you know, before sort of, you know, I did, you know, before No Angel came out to now, you know, you still have the same emotional, the same insecurities, the same as, I would hate to have sort of been in a life where that had been sort of messed with because maybe if you know, say you were someone like Britney Spears or whatever who'd had this for so long, you know, I wonder, you know, how does it feel? Like, it must be so different. How does it feel when, you know, you haven't done other jobs and you haven't, it just, I wouldn't like it, personally.
Have you lost some friends on the way to success, you think?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I hope
They're
I don't.
still around?
Yeah, no, you know, I have a few really, really close friends and I would hate to lose one of them. I mean, we're pretty frank with each other as well. I mean, I think if you know, like I'll get a call from a friend saying, you haven't called me, have I done something wrong? Or and I'm like, no, I'm really sorry, I've been really crap. And, you know, and I'll say if I think I've been a rubbish friend and I'll try and sort it out, you know.
White flag above my door. I'm in love, and always will be.
I just really enjoy Christina Aguilera. I just think she's great. It's just video after video where I'm just like, oh my God. And I sort of love her for it. She's so, and she can sing. Do you know what I mean? There's just no two ways about it. She can totally sing. And she's so out there on her. Like, to me, in a funny sort of way, that is what makes a proper pop star, is when someone is just doing their thing and they do not care what anyone's saying. I have to say I rate people like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, they're doing everything. Good on them. It's incredible.
Après la pause, Dido nous parle de sa famille.
So I love my family in particular. I think I'm really lucky because when we sit and talk, we talk about anything from philosophy to football to, you know, anything.
I drank too much last night, got bills to pay. My head just feels in pain. I missed the bus and they'll be hell today.
I think the strangest recognition thing I ever had was when I was at this sort of dinner before the Palio, which is this sort of ancient horse race in Siena. I just could hear the singing start. Suddenly everyone was singing Thank You. It was horrific because I hadn't even realised that I was literally just sitting there in shorts and t-shirt with all my mates on holiday. Then I just legged it. I was just like out of there before. But it just felt so surreal.
Just to be with you is like a
They were still having fun doing all these promotion, doing all these interviews and doing this promo stuff with your winners and.
If there's fans involved, I'm having a great time. Do you know what I mean? If there's like people, you know, it can get a bit annoying endlessly talking about yourself,
yeah.
You know, in interviews and stuff. But if you're doing like regular little gigs and, you know, like the Monday where we were doing the London and New York thing was amazing. And, you know, we spent the whole day with the fans and stuff. It was really cool.
I don't wanna call my friends, or they might wake me from this dream. And I can't leave this bed.
How is it to work with your brother? Because you'll always be his little sister. Maybe as the producer, he has to say something to you sometimes, like, you must do it again. But I've heard that you are not quite this type of person who will get orders from other people. Is it easier from your brother?
Yeah, I mean, I respect him ultimately. I don't mind people I respect, you know, giving me good advice. Do you know what I mean? If I don't respect someone, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Sure. But I truly respect him and I think he's a brilliant producer. It doesn't mean I always agree with him, but, you know, and we do disagree. But I think, you know, essentially I do listen to him as well.
But how is it for you to be back, to be with this person in the studio, and a few years ago he told you to keep your day job and not thinking of becoming a professional singer?
Well, I think we both find that quite amusing now, you know, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
And, but there's a real good mutual respect, you know. He really respects what I've done. I really respect what he does. We do very different things. We sort of go about making music in very different ways. And I think the combination of the two works brilliantly. And he's like, I think it's brought so much joy, not just to me and him, but to everyone, all our friends that worked on the first album, because that was pretty much just a group of friends who made that album. And we've all just had so much fun from the success, really enjoyed it, made the second album, and it's like, I don't know, it just feels really good. It just feels like there's nothing but, you know, a good feeling in the studio.
I won't sleep, and I can't breathe until you're resting here with me. And I won't leave, and I can't hide, I cannot breathe until you're resting here. And I won't go, and I won't sleep.
When you're all together with the members of your family, what do you talk about? Music? Because you and your brother...
Yeah, I mean, for about 5 minutes. I mean, it's like, you know, what have you been doing today? I've been touring the world. Okay, that's nice. And, I mean, we'll talk a little about it. Like, this week, you know, my dad's been calling and going, you know, telling me all these amazing stories. And he's so proud. Like, he's so excited. And, but then also we'll talk about the other things that are going on. I have to say, I love my family in particular. I think I'm really lucky because when we sit and talk, we talk about anything from philosophy to football to, you know, anything. It's like we talk about just stuff, you know.
Okay. Do you miss football when you're in North America?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But it's still shown somewhere. And, but yeah, no, I miss going.
risk of getting all that's free.
Speaking of your family, last week when you did this thing in London and New York, you told your father, it's hard to believe, and I even have my name on the plane.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm treated like a princess.
Yeah, I don't think he really believed it either until he saw it, and it was quite amazing, I have to say, to drive. You know, I get on those planes every week,
Yeah.
you know, just like, and then to come up and see a big sort of jumbo jet with your name across the side is quite amazing. It's
Did
cool.
your
I felt like
father-
the president.
Did your father and mother make the trip?
No, my mum was away anyway, and my dad couldn't do it. But he came the night before to Virgin, and I showed him what was going to go and play for him and stuff.
Depuis le succès phénoménal de la chanson Thank You, personne n'ignore le nom de Dido. La chanson se retrouve d'abord sur la bande originale du film Sliding Doors, qui met en vedette Gwyneth Paltrow. 2 ans plus tard, Eminem échantillonne cette même chanson pour son succès intitulé Stan et demande à la chanteuse de participer au tournage du clip.
Tell me about the story with Eminem.
Yeah, well, I mean, he basically just sampled a bit of Thank You and wrote Stan over it, and yeah, the rest is
It's history now.
Exactly.
But where the song is exactly in the movie?
Right at the end credits.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
And a friend of Eminem heard it and said it might be a good idea to sample it?
A hip-hop producer actually did sample it, put it on a beat tape, sent it to Eminem, and then...
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
That's my pleasure. Merci.